All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to another live session. Good morning, good morning. For those of you guys tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. We got a decent scan today, but unfortunately we do have I think SYRA, maybe a secondary offering. That thing is already selling off to the depths, brother. It's a little early for this, which we don't want to see, but sometimes it is the case. This was going to be my main stock, but it's down here, so not good. On the other hand, HOLO, let's start off with that one. Of course, yesterday we got all the way up there to 51, and we haven't seen anything yet. What I didn't do was check for a registration just to see if they could also have an offering. But definitely a sweet move here in after hours, and then a continued push here today, not completely selling off. So I'm thinking there might be an opportunity here. Whether or not we can get back to 51 will be the real question. But definitely for now, this thing is still looking threatening, looking like we can see some action here. So HOLO, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on. It's still up a good amount here today, 92%. And by the way, I'll write up the list here quickly. So hold on, let me take a second to start my screen recording. If not, I will forget. So let me go ahead and just pop that on quickly. All right, there we go. So I'm watching at HOLO, HKIT. I'm not sure if the second screen is on. SYRA, that's the one that sold off a little bit. And then CCTG. All of these stocks are up a fair amount here today. Alert. I am a little late today, which isn't great. It's never good to be late. You always want to be early. You don't want to be on time. You want to be early, right? And I'll go ahead and share the second screen here so the scanners can show. Yeah, so these are the stocks that I'm looking at. HOLO, we already, understand what this one is, being that it's continuation, and we look forward to seeing some action into the open. Moving on to HKIT. This one is up 200, 400, 446%, 26.9 million shares of volume, and the float is not too bad. 775 for the highs here. Guys, this will be one of those days where I utilize my extra level 2. I have another level 2 I'll use. I'll be on single screen today. There's going to be a lot of action, and I don't need to be missing everything. So, or let's say anything. So HKIT, we got a high of 75. We've had a pullback around 620. And then from there we dropped down to 540, but we have curled back up. I have it up here. Let's see. Let's make sure that my share size is set. I'm going to check the daily chart here. Let's come down to 2 decimal places on the level 2. So HKIT on the daily chart, how are we doing? Not bad. So we had that big gap down from about 33, and today it's surging up. A little tricky in terms of where we can go. I'm thinking maybe 1060. That's kind of a level we had back in June of last year. Other than that, there's like $30, 35. So I think 1060. I'm gonna put 1040 and then like 1060 on the daily chart. Just as a reminder of like, hey, this thing might just get up there. And if it does and it's having a hard time, I want to back off a bit. All right, I'll put 1050. 1050, and then I'll put 11. If we get over 11, perhaps room to 12, 13. That is HKIT. After yesterday, the market is definitely going to be hot, but I'm going to still start off with small size. I don't want to get myself super red early. Small size and then increase size once I identify which stock is a strong stock. CCTG, this one is up 121%, currently at $5. And we've had a push in pre-market here all the way to 1271. So the pre-market traders, as a 2-minute warning is coming up, a lot of pre-market traders probably might have already hit their goal for the day, right? We got lows at 493, and there goes HOLO, not even waiting for the open. That one is already starting. 760 seems like a bit of an area, and then perhaps if we can get over 826 for CCTG. HOLO getting close to 40. CCTG recent IPO, we had highs of 30, and then this one sold off. You know, again, it's one of those stocks. It's like, hey, what can we do? Where can we go? I think getting back to the pre-market highs is a great start. So I'm not even going to bother with daily levels here unless I map out 30 or 24, maybe 19, but it's pretty high up there. So CCTG, this is the other one that I'll be keeping an eye on. And then lastly, so I'm going to go back to single screen now. Utilize this other level 2 that's here. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, all right. SXCT, SYRA. It's going to be tricky here today, but we'll see. Anyhow, there's less than 20 seconds. Guys, remember that day trading, like any other business in the States, is risky. Take it slow, take it easy. Let's manage risk here today. Let's have a good day. HOLO, I'll watch this one into the open. I'll use small size to start, and then I'll take the day from there. 4 seconds. We got 41.84 for highs. 37 for a halt down here. 37.38. HKIT is moving. 35. Well, green to red, not good. Good break of 6, but it's not holding up nicely. All the way down to 540. CCTG also starting a little red, and with lighter volume, it would seem. Okay, I'm getting a very weak start here. Low 15, good bounce though, all the way back to 80. Very wild start. I was buying up there at 6, thinking we'd hold the level up there. SYRA seems to be moving. I don't love that there's this many stocks in play. It makes things tricky. I don't want to be running around in a circle here, trying to find which one. CCTG, there's a spread. SYRA, there's also a spread. Somehow losing trades there, which is not adding up, but okay. On. It's an impressive move here, I will say. We got a high 39 on HKIT. I think this maybe is the one, but you know, it's a little tricky to tell here. Hopefully, he can hold up this red to green. We got 45 right there. Do not go to the depths. I like the dip, but the dip is still dipping. Took that with some size. Low 71. I was looking for high mid 90s. Okay.
MDVL, WHLRL, REAX.
I might need to size down and just, you know, kind of wait it out a little bit more. How's HOLO doing, by the way? Still halted down. So we got the move back up above 6, which is great. So I happen to be buying too high at 90. I needed to wait for 70, which I did not anticipate. SYRA pushing up. The high is at 430 here for SYRA. There's 41 for potential halt. Well, you're gonna get blazed there. Okay, so SYRA is halted up. HKIT to the depths. Well, we're down 700 to start, which is not good. I'm gonna do a full rotation here. Let's see. I'm not worried about the loss. We can make that back in a couple of trades or one, but we need to identify which stock it is. That is the stock. Is HOLO a 10-minute halt? It should have resumed by now. Has to be. So SYRA halted up at 441.
WHLRL.
Tried buying the dip at 70 for HKIT. It dips to 54, 55. And now seems to be halting down. So at what's the math here? My brain isn't working. Is that 41? 42. 4206. 4206. All right, I gotta watch myself here, right? If this stock is strong, that'll be great. Then we can get ourselves on the winning side of things. If this stock happens to also be pretty weak, then we can go down more, and then we kind of have to be very careful. We don't want to be too red because in this kind of market, you want to be positioned for when something does come, and more than likely something will, because yesterday was so good. HOLO halted down. Okay, it resumed and halted, went lower, halted down. The bounce should be pretty good on this, unless it's an offering, which I haven't checked. Perhaps I can check. But this looks pretty good for a bounce. They don't usually go all the way down. Communications in Industry Association. How long ago was that? Yesterday? Oh, it's today. They're both at 42. So what SYRA is earlier. It's 4206. The other one is 4229. Let me make sure my share size is set. I don't want to be taking 1,500 shares on this thing. At least not yet. I don't want to take 1,500 shares on HOLO in case it's like, still halting down. MLGO was called out. I haven't looked at it yet. So many stocks, man. It's looking decent. It had a good resumption. It's at the highs. The next halt is at 35. There's a halt. We got a small trade there. The resumption is coming up for the other one. SYRA. Here we go. In a couple seconds. We're at 441. What will it be? 3, 2. Not bad. Oh, I could have held out. 88. Now that is highway robbery. Wow. I'm disappointed in that fill. I saw 66 on the bids. So it's going to be one of those days, right? It's never easy. We don't expect it to be. So we got to up our game here. $25 for the high. 34 now for the high, so it's kind of a bit of a false breakout there. Hmm. Well, we had a bid there, so that was good. Oh, it's gonna keep going. 86. There's a small seller there. We did break, but only got above the level by a couple cents. Perhaps a little early. Not a favorable fill either. SYRA. Damn. These fills are brutal, man. But we'll try. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can here, right? Fills are crazy, brother. 605 the high. The dip is working well so far. We're reacting well here. It it it, it might want the highs. Or do we need a dip first? Try again. Yep. Damn, 32. These fills, man. Come on. 32. But I guess the spread was pretty big there. 39 is the halt. 39. I gotta size up more. I'll take that. Great fill. Now bounce like there's no tomorrow. KB, brother. Ooh, it's flying. More size, more size. Okay, it's dangerous now. What kind of bids are that? Why are the bids dropping out like that? The resumption on the other stock, MLGO, should be soon. Was it 10 minutes? No, 47. So there's a few more minutes. 47. My goodness, man. So many stocks here. My head is spinning. I need to size down for this one. So I'm gonna drop down to 1500. I didn't realize my share size is only 2300, man. 39 is the high. 39. I do want to look at MLGO resumption. It'll be 47.02, so there's 30 seconds or so. Low right here was 60. Or maybe I just focus on this stock, right? There's a break of 6 again.
MDVM.
There's a couple seconds to that resumption. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. We're at 330, 38. Okay, can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Holy smokes. Do not flush. Oh my gosh. Can we get halted up? We got the bids that we need. That was a high fill though. We're gonna make money there. If it wasn't accelerating so fast, I could have took massive size MLGO. The dip at 40, mid 40s could be good here if it happens. These trades are off screen, of course, because you don't have the time to switch. It's 52, 53. There's 170K bid below us, but I think those shares might just get filled. I'll take an order here. It's looking like more. Is the other one halting down again? Come on. Halt up, halt up, halt up, halt up. The stock market is something else, man. I tell you. It's halting up now. 69. I sold for a couple cents gain. The other one, we're back at 550. Is this a good dip? No, 30. It's coming down. 31. What was the lows? Where are we at? Where's VWAP? 24. So maybe this dip holds up here. No, it's gonna keep going. Oh my gosh. 471 into a halt down just like that. My goodness. Switching to MLGO. Well, the good news is that at least we went from red to green here so far. Right now we're up 2,800, which is great. Starting down 7. But you know, in this kind of market, with the share size that I'm going to use, when I start red like that, you know, it's a scratch trade. But in a cold market, if I'm down that amount, well, hello, red day recap, right? So HOLO has halted down again. Is there an offering? Because I didn't see any news for an offering. We should get like a nice bounce. $5 share minimum. I want to keep an eye out for that. Let's say 1,000 shares, right? 800 shares maybe. So MLGO, I need to prep for this one. Let me just take a quick rotation here. CCTG, no good. HKIT, no good, but good bounce. SXTC, no good. SYRA, halted down. So, um, MLGO, it was a good call for me to check this one out. I'm gonna go to 5K size because the bids we're seeing. No, I'm gonna go to 6K size. The bids that we're seeing on this thing. If we see more bids, I need to be in super aggressively, and I accept the risks as always. So 54, we got 3 minutes or so to resumption. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. We have over 600 people watching. Guys, can we get up there to 400 likes? Can this be the most liked live stream ever? And I'm still looking to be aggressive. You know, perhaps I could look to protect the profits. With 6K size, if I get caught in a massive flush here, it will not be good. But, you know, the market is in a good place after yesterday, so for these small caps. So I think I'm going to stay on the offensive for now. But if I take a massive loss anywhere or anytime soon, I will have no choice but to size down a bit and ease off. But guys, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. You know, we're putting it all out there, and as you guys see, we're very transparent. We're not hiding anything. You know, red, green, anything in between. We're hyper scalping. We're taking hundreds of trades here in one day, utilizing these free commissions. This free commission structure. HOLO will resume first. 53.22. The other one will be at 54. So HOLO I'll watch, and I'm gonna watch this for a bounce, but I hope I'm not making a mistake. In fact, because this one is so expensive, I'm gonna use four instead of 800 shares. I'm gonna use 400 shares. If I lose $1 a share, I'm not gonna like wipe out so much of the gain so quickly. But if I can see a good pop, then I can increase size and try and get something before the resumption on the other one. 53.22. So there's 22 seconds HOLO. I'm not gonna pull it up on the screen because I don't want to have to switch back to the other one and potentially miss trades. 10 seconds. We're halted down at 24.17. 22. I'm going to be massively late, but I'm going to give it a shot. There's $1 share. Damn, man. Why I have to get such a high fill? Come on.
VAOF.
Can we hold? Or is it going to flush out? Oh, it's going to flush out. Hold down. Okay, the other one. Switching back. Time. Oh no, it's gonna hold down. Jeez. See that bounce trade though, right? That bounce trade on HOLO, we knew was a possibility. This one's gonna instant hold down. Not great. I got filled 77 cents higher with 1,000 shares. That's $700 gone to the wind. And it's like the milliseconds, man, because I'm buying for the break of the whole dollar, and I didn't look to wait for green because I'm like I'm gonna just risk it. I'm gonna just go for it. We had the small bounce. We're now hesitating. I'm just gonna go for it, but still I make up my mind a little too slow, or else I could have been in, and then I had the extra 70 cents on top of the trade, which would have been massive. I can see a guy like Marcelo taking 2,500 size right there. Crazy stuff. So, okay, I'm gonna size down, being that we're seeing some weakness here even on MLGO. I'm gonna reduce max size to 4K. Small size is gonna be 2K. I'm gonna do a full rotation here. Let's check everything. Maybe this could be a good place to start protecting the gains. CCTG, how are we doing? No good. Red to green, then sold off. Stock like this, we would want to see it like $7 right now, getting back closer to the pre-market high, but no good. HKIT, again, can we be up there around 650 right now, looking for the break of the high? This one is down at the lows. Good bounce here, but and maybe there's an entry. Maybe there's an entry here for this to go higher, perhaps. Um, but I don't know. It might be super risky. I'm already red on the stock. Maybe I leave it alone. Okay, I'll pull it up. A small size. HKIT. I'm a mess here. HKIT. Perhaps there's an entry at 450. I'll only use 1,000 shares. There's 62. Oh wow, 75, 75. That's pretty good. I didn't even expect that kind of a move. And what I need it to do is not flush out. Uh,
VAOF.
I worry with the fills today, man. It's doing well though. It's doing very well. This is good. High of 89. Look at that. We need to hold up though. We can't afford another 50-cent flush out. Not saying it needs to get back to highs, but nice. Mid 60s back to 77. I think I'm being a little too passive here. I need to throw out more orders. It's having trouble though. Which should be expected, right? Let's see. Let's keep going. HOLO, which is halted down. Did we just resume again? Not yet. This one might have another trade coming, but it's gonna be risky. I'd size down. SYRA. So MLGO might be the strongest one right now, and maybe HKIT, some small trades here on this flag. Can I get back to flat? That would be great, if possible. No bounce. This is the thing with the dips on this thing, man. Can we get back over 50? Okay. Alright, I gotta stop complaining and keep watching the tape because I missed the trade back over 50. It's a good bottoming wick. High of the current candle, 78. There's a small spread that's preventing me from getting in here. I gotta buy the bids if I can. Oh my goodness. Can we get a bounce? MLGO. Sizing down. Sizing down. I'm using the wrong order entry, by the way. I'm using the big size window. I'm gonna give back 350 off the top. Well, okay. Not great. Not great. It's gonna go from 69 to 20. Like, what is this? Right? I thought we would have had a bounce here. So anyhow, HKIT, SYRA seems to be halting up. Wow. False halt. It's like playing Ring Around the Rosie here. The halt is at $6. It's way too extended here for me to get involved at this point. I have to wait. The halt is now at 640. Can we get the break? The halt level is going to extend, so it's going to change things here a little bit. These fills are killing me, man. I bought at 05, I'm in at 15. It's still extended. Okay, that was a good bounce. Do not fail me now. It's gonna fail me. Should have took profits. We had 32 there. Sometimes you gotta just throw orders out on the ask and just kind of get that quick fill. Jeez. What's going on, man? It's right back down. So the risk is real. Where are we? Where are we? The risk is real here, man. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I think I gotta come down in size, like for real, across the board, and just take it easy. Just kind of play it slow, and then maybe we get a second stock eventually that is very strong. Because I missed the red to green there, so I missed most of the move. And it's back up a decent amount too. Oh man, it's chaos. It really is. It's up $1 a share. Are you kidding me? What kind of madness is this? So it's 610. It might, I don't know, it might keep going, but again, I've missed the move thinking it was done. Like, wow. I gotta stop giving up when the stock sells off like that. Thinking it's, time to move on. Wow. That might have been one of the best red to greens we've had because, we saw that yesterday, but the stock yesterday was at like $10 at the time it was doing this kind of stuff. So how low is the dip going to be here? That I'm a little skeptical of. How low will it go, being that we had $1 share move up? 75. There's a huge spread. 75. So 75 the dip. All right. Okay. High of the last is at 25. Let's not let our guards down again here on this stock. And and it's gonna come down aggressively. 58. But can we hold this area here? And give it another shot. Stopping out in the spreads. It seems like it might be holding. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I should have held that. Had a good entry too. Son of a gun. I think we can work with this stock. We can work with it. It's tricky, but it has a huge range, but I think an MLGO is just going to the bottom of the 7Cs here. Down to 94 cents. So we had a low 58. So we're holding up this area, but there's a range to it, right? 58 versus 70. So there's a bit of a range to where we're seeing these lows. So we got to position ourselves. And we got to be comfortable with the risk we're taking. Can we get back over 6? Not quite. I'm going to keep to the small size here for now. But I'm going to prep an order entry with more size. Because I think we can see a new high over 25. Or 39 rather, 39. The dips have been good, but I've missed them all. Waiting patiently. There's a hidden seller here. It should have went. Probably not huge, but something. Okay, there we go. 89. I don't want to take too many midpoint entries here. Okay. Now how well can we start to hold above this level of 6? I mean, on the ask. Seems to be stalling out right there. 13. So maybe I don't get involved unless it gets over 20. And there's 20. Just like that. But there's a spread. And then right back down. It's a mess. I'm not doing a great job with the dips because I know how low it can go, but it's a good bounce there again. Gotta be quick to throw out the order on the bid though. Definitely not a bad stock for the latter. Time. This candle's gonna close fairly soon. Can I get a good grip here? Low 32. But it's bouncing. What's that? 5 dips in a row at this now? This is starting to get, if I'm dare to use the word, embarrassing here. Of course, it's not embarrassing because trading is hard, but you guys know what I mean. So low 32. Well, we've had, the entire low is 480, but we've had 58 and now 32. I took 56, stopped out at 40. I think that's a pretty fair trade. What I could do is just eliminate the dips altogether and just try for the breakout if I'm not having a good experience with the dips. MLGO, good bounce off the lows. HKIT also stock to watch in this area here. Watching HKIT if it gets over 15. There's 25. Come on. To the moon. Somebody shorting it? Perhaps. I try it again. One last hurrah. Where are those bulls? Come on. HKIT is in a big area here. Over 30 could go. I'm going to keep trying. It's right here. But resistance is real. Am I playing with fire? I don't like to take too many trades in these areas. This thing went to 480 again. Jeez. Good double bottom though. HKTI is not going to hold up. It's a good double bottom. Time is going. I'm not making progress. Gotta be careful here. 75 for SYRA. The bid's evaporating 20 cents. Not good. And that's a pretty aggressive trade buying high like that, but it was looking decent. 90. And then can we see 95 perhaps? And then the break of 6. So it's another huge move here without a pullback from the lows. All the dips I've been looking at, I've missed. And then looking away and missing this double bottom at 480. So here it seems like we're getting a pullback. So far, 56. We had 30, what was that? Like 38 earlier. This candle's gonna close soon. Can we get the 5-minute candle to make the new high over 6? There's some sellers, but can we rip through? If not, we might need another pullback. Gotta be careful of the dips flushing out as well. Okay. Yeah, I've been bleeding out here terribly. I might need to stop. I think we might have lost like 1,000 already off the top. It's been such a good stock. The low there was 50. What I need to do is size down more. I'm gonna size down more here. And it's because I think it's still good, but I need to give myself more time to get back into rhythm and then get winning trades if it gets back to the highs. There's 20. It's a pretty big drop. It's like 15, 20 losing trades in a row without a winning trade. Like, in which world? So it's a good bounce here. And those type of dips like that I'm seeing, but there's no indication to really buy. Like the tape does slow down, but there's nothing other than that, which I've gotten caught in bigger drops doing it, so I'm kind of a little hesitant. It might go right through here. Every dip. So we got to stay focused. Can't get frustrated. Got to stay poised. If it gets over 6, can we hold above 6? 640 is high of day. The halt opposite 693. It's another beautiful dip. So waiting patiently here. Just got to keep patient here. Just got to keep patient. Guys, don't forget to use the P&L section. Don't forget to use the P&L section in Discord. All P&Ls post to the P&L section. If I keep losing, I'll stop, of course. But we have smaller size, which I should have done a long time ago. The amount that we lose now will be very small, and this will give us a little bit more longevity to be able to catch some winning trades and get back, hopefully, to new highs. If not, be hard to stop it if we can't see anything. I'm gonna just wait. Yeah, I'm gonna let. What I don't want is for it to go over 6 and go straight up into the halt, but I think I might let it go and wait for it to hold above the level. If it gives that hesitation, that'll be good. If not, then maybe I'll miss it completely. But where's the next dip gonna be? It's also a good question. Perhaps the VWAP area. We're getting a wedge though. All right. I think despite we're looking good. We're looking good. We're looking pretty good. We're getting a wedge. The current market sentiment will tell us it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. We'll see if this one lives up to the expectation. And their short sellers are definitely in aggressively against the $6 area and maybe above 6 as well. So if it gets through, most of them will cover early for tight stops, which is what I would be doing. So we probably can see a move. I just need to be ready. Still got a good cushion. Just gotta remain patient. So here's a potential dip at the VWAP area. I'm gonna aim for early profits. Hooray, my first good dip after an eternity. VWAP is at 45, I believe. 43. All right, that's a start. That's a start right there. That's a start. I'm gonna get back in this area here if I can. As we're seeing a little bit of resistance at 70. Tight stop. Can we get over 70? MLGO has done well. It's back at 130. Very impressive. This this is good. Bids are coming back down a bit though. But this is good. This is good. What I need to do is to be able to get into this kind of rhythm, and it like locks in, or let's say gives me a high percentage to get the next breakout. If I can be in rhythm with the dips. 64. So it's a bit of a bluff right there, though we didn't get up to 90 and test the highs of 6. So a bit of a bluff. We're coming back down a bit. I'm open to seeing a bigger drop here potentially. But we'll see how it does. 5-minute candlestick still decent. I do need that better zoom. Let's see. 48, 20. The low of the last two 5-minute candles. Low right there, 55. When it's about to happen, I'll know. And hopefully it doesn't do a false breakout because I can see myself losing pretty big. Because I'm gonna size up. The moment it shows me it wants to go, Pastor sizing up. Gotta be careful the bids here dropping 10, 15 cents at a time though in this kind of area. There's a small seller at 80, or sellers. Not big though, at least not showing big. KB, are the bulls still alive? Are they still alive? Are we gonna get the short sellers once again? Oh, we got sellers coming in. Seeing some early resistance here around 80. All right, better. More? No. 40, 34. Remember the low of the last two candles were 48 and 20. So anywhere between those two levels, I'm looking for support. Oh, come on, come on. Do not fail me here. Damn. It's a good move, but we didn't get to capitalize properly. Kind of added maybe a little too aggressively. But so far, so good. It's getting bought up again. And this is exactly what we would want to see as long traders here. I think the short sellers are beginning to become wary. If this can curl back to 85 over the next minute and a half, the short sellers for sure, they're going to start to feel it. Right now, they're just a little nervous, but they're feeling good because we're still away from their average price. They're short up there at around 6 is my guess. I mean, this is just me just kind of guessing, right? I mean, I have no idea with certainty, but based off of how things look, that could make sense. So as we inch up right here, 70, 74, and they see that sweet bottoming wick that we just had again, it's like they're saying, why can't this stock just drop and burn? But it's not. It's getting bought up. As long as the explosion is not a false breakout. I'm going to keep watching like a hawk because it can happen very quickly. I don't need to be looking away and missing this. The 5-minute candle to make the new highs at 90. Reminds me a little bit of yesterday. In those areas, for me to get that nice 10 cents, we just need to see a little bit of volume on the tape. But then there's a 5,000 share seller 3 cents above me, which is not huge, but where I'm expecting to see a burst of green, there's a small seller. I'm just going to take break even every time. And then a second later, push up 15 cents. So the level 2 can be noisy. at times. Guys, don't forget if you're watching on YouTube to hit that thumbs up. Right now, we're just waiting patiently. Patiently waiting. On the day, we're currently up 4,000, which is a very solid day here. Just looking to be disciplined here and manage risk. So levels like this are key levels. How are we going to do around these areas? I want to see more volume. Faster. And I'm not looking to hold long because, again, the range is all the way down to 480. If I'm buying at 550 and it decides it needs to go to the lows again, I'm not willing to lose 70 cents here. Now, if I'm in at 480, 490, $5, I'd just be sitting back and relaxing here. Higher low, higher low. $39, $35, $26. I'll take the couple of cents. It'll be a little slow to sell there though. Okay. Just take a couple cents. Take a couple cents. So we had 25 right there for the low. Well, we're lingering around here for some time. So are we going to see 480? There's a good sized bid. Selling is definitely on here a little bit. Do not fail. Do not. Mirad. Do not fail. Do not. Good. It might go here. Is this the beginning? Or maybe it's just a small red to green. Should have took my profits. Got too excited there. I don't know why I thought we are gonna see 75, 80. Sometimes the volume moves in such a way that it kind of looks like that's gonna happen, but then it stalls out 68. But I'm interested in buying back here. But we're seeing, I'm gonna keep trying. We're seeing some selling though. Can we see 65, 70? Where's the real volume? Because we can still flush out. In which case, below 25, will we see 480? So with the small size, we've done our job here. We've gotten into a rhythm. We've made back some money, which is good. I don't know. It looked like it might break down. To be honest, it's we're getting the lower highs for too long. At the depths, I'm gonna watch the dip. $95. That's it. I might get back in.
FNVA.
KB, brother. I might get back in again if it holds 5. Can we keep holding? Can the ass move higher? No. Well, yeah, 94, 96. It's fighting. I'll try, but only 12. We should have seen 15, 20. There's 15. Can we see 20, 25, 16, 20? Okay, there's 20, 22, 24. I have decent intuition, but sometimes sometimes the way how I see it and how it plays out is like it's not the same, and then I just end up losing on the trades. That is always the hardest part for me because and I'll have this gesture where I like smile a little and shake my head. When that's happening, that's my reaction. But it's coming down. The short sellers are winning here. They're winning and they're feeling good. Right now, their feet is on the desk and they're lighting up cigars. To the depths we go. To the depths. Halting down potentially here, 412 for the halt down. We hate to lose these kind of consolidations, right? We want to see this make a new high up to 657, but not every time it's going to happen. So if we look at the chart inverted, right, put the minus sign, sink or swim. But the issue here for me, right, and so the short sellers are essentially getting this breakout. The issue for me is missing 5 dips in a row by mistiming and or looking away. So if I were to time those dips properly, because back then I was still using more size, it's like the day could have been that much better. So despite having a good day, I have to rewatch this video to see why in the world I was so off and inaccurate on the couple of pullbacks we had. This one was just hard to see, like from 637 to 480. I thought the stock was finished. And this is a bad habit. Well, I don't know if it's a bad habit, but it's a habit at least that I've been doing for years now, where I look away when a stock pulls back dramatically and not really looking for a dip. But yesterday we saw stocks giving big recoveries. Why am I still looking away when I can be paying attention? And this is gonna go from 480 to 625. And then again, and this time I'm looking away completely from 480 to $6. And then again, 520 up to $6.
FNDA.
520 up to $6. We'll put these lines in yellow, right? But ultimately, this is why strategy does work. Because not always, but there are days where things like this happen. And when it doesn't happen like this is where we got to keep the stops tight. This is what we call linear price action, right? It's moving in a somewhat predictable manner, not completely, because then everybody here would be making money. But these two levels basically offered like $3.50 a share if you're in nicely, and it's where the stock isn't taking 5, 10, 15 minutes to consolidate and then bounce. Note that it's here 1 minute right here from the lows of 480 to a high 550, a minute and a half, or maybe less depending on where this candle was at the time of close, like in those key areas. So it's like the day is a great day, and I'm grateful for such a good day here today. But if I was better, and I should have been better, the day could have been doubled in size if I'd captured these 4 areas. So, as usual, there's work to be done. I'm looking forward to the day where I can just come here and say there's nothing to do. That's going to be such a good day. CCTG, as I'm wrapping up my analysis and missing trades. Classic. Another habit of mine that's not great. So it's getting halted up 74 potentially here. 74 for the halt up. It started at $6. Small size first for me. I'm a little late. Oh yeah, damn. It might keep going, but that's too much of a high fill. All right, hold on. Let me get myself ready here. CCTG. Man, nice move here. Okay. Now that's quite the pullback. Low 15 or 10 rather, which is not bad though compared to where the VWAP is. It should have been back in. The highest 94. What? That's not good. Is it gonna keep going down? You know, and it's like I'm switching over to the stock on the backside. Maybe I did a little too much talking there for that analysis on the other stock. Should have just rotated immediately. We're back above 6. Fair fill. Okay. Maybe we see a pretty big recovery like the other one. Why are we revisiting this level again? Well, the 5-minute candle isn't super strong. Well, it was, but you know, the wick there is not great. Man. I'm gonna stick to small size for now. So we're gonna hold up 71. We made a new low by a couple cents. I thought 90 would have been good, but we needed those lows. Can we get over 27 and continue? It's teleporting up without indication, so I'm missing trades. But that was only 10 cents jump, but still, it did happen a little bit on the end of the front side as well. Not looking to chase the entries, so waiting. But it looks good here. The 1-minute candles are looking pretty good with these bottoming wicks. I'd love nothing more than to be in at 78 and holding. The scalps are tricky. I am interested in this area here though, but it's a little spready. When I'm in, it needs to be going. If not, I'm out. There's 06. Do we need to go to 70 again? I hope not. There's a small bit at 6, but high of the current candle is 15. Time, about 30 seconds left in the candle. KB, are the bulls still alive? Again, it must be going. MLGO, what's going on with that? Level 2 is going crazy. These shares at 6 are being filled from this 20 plus thousand share buyer. Gosh, come on. Okay, maybe I'm done for the day here is what I'm thinking. The selling, I bought there because the selling stopped. And then it teleports down 12 cents. I thought balance right at the level and back up. So, again, do we really want to come down to 70 again? It's here right now. Are we going to be able to see some sort of a bounce? The 5-minute chart does look decent, other than this candle here having such a big wick. If this had more of a full body, I'd be way more confident down here. Let's see. SYRA, SXTC, MLGO. This I could have avoided giving back profits on as well. HOLO, beautiful dip here. Eventually, this was good. This could have been a nice area here. This one, maybe. It looks a little bit more choppy. So I'll usually trade the uptrending momentum, even on a stock that's going down, if it's like a small area, right? even if it's like a small area. And you see what I do there? I look away again as we're getting that dip. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. I'm gonna be as transparent as I can be, and I'll let you guys know everything that I'm thinking. Hindsight's 2020 though. Is my account a real money account? Is that question for me? I really and truly would show my account number and all that, but unfortunately, there's people here who could be watching that would just love for me to do that so they can hack into my account. My account is over 25,000. And I do apologize for not giving specifics on that because, and I'm not making this up. If you call Thinkorswim right now, one of the security questions is, hey, what's your account approximation? Some of them, they ask for it to the detail, like to the last digit. Others, if you just give if you just say, hey, 52K, then they kind of accept that as like the answer. But my account is over 25,000, and I've been trading for so long now that you know I'm pretty numb. I'm pretty numb to like the emotion. I still feel the emotions, but it's not the same like before. Take me to the moon. Do not disappoint. Take me to the moon here. Big Steve, brother. What that was a 64,000 share buyer popping up. I got filled all the way up to 19 though, so that's not good. And that's a good day over day improvement right there, and the order's gone. Yesterday we only took 1K in that situation. It's gonna fail us still because it's a false breakout. So the 5 minute candle to make the new high is gone. The order that came up there is vanished. Did someone pull the orders after putting it up? Not bad. Not bad at all. What time is it? 10:56 a.m. MLGO. How did we do? Not good. SYRA. Perhaps over 5. How are we doing? Volume could be higher. Seems a little extended off the last move, which started around 64. I'm gonna jump in on this dip. Did I sell that in time? No, I did not. Well, thank goodness I only had 500 shares. I don't know what I was doing holding that. That's the kind of trade where I don't know why, like, In or out. That's that simple. In or out. If it's not going, I need to be out. I'm there holding for 5 seconds. You guys probably, for those of you watching on, it's like probably thinking like this guy, man. But that's the standard, right? That's the rule. That's the expectation. I'm not trying to be perfect, but something as simple as that, I should be executing well. Hey, if it's not going, get out. No green is coming on the tape. What am I still holding that to lose? 15 cents for nothing. That's what really frustrates me, right? Like the dollar amount itself is not really the driving factor. It's because for me it's always been process over profits. And why am I changing something like that? That's standard issued. That's part of the contract. CCTG, perhaps there's a dip here at 60 area, or it could be the beginning of the end. I'm gonna watch it here, but it might not be good. Small size. Okay, I throw out a bid. 76. The ask is just gonna jump 15 cents. It's starting to feel like I should shut. I think I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna take a quick 15-minute break. I did set this alarm for this session today, so okay, yeah. I'm gonna take a break and come back. I'm gonna check the comments here and see what you guys are saying, and then we're gonna shut it down in the next 5-10 minutes time. It's been a great day. We're up 4,500, which is solid after starting red 700, so it's a good uh, recovery. But it seems like the momentum is fading, and I don't want to overtrade here. CCTG is seeming to be struggling here. If I didn't go on that big rant, I probably could have caught the front side, but it's part of the deal. So let's see. RT, cash or margin, which do you recommend? If you're trading above 25K, margin account is the way to go to have instant settlement and zero restrictions when it comes to buying and selling multiple times throughout a day. Um, but if you're below 25K, it's probably best to use the cash account. Yeah, Diego, we're looking to shut it down, Bretta. I gotta prove profitability on live account first. I'm sure doing this at 19 is great. Yeah, Cabo Roll, definitely. There's no rushing things, right? Just take it at your own pace. It's you versus you, right? Use the other traders out there as motivation and encouragement, and just keep pushing. You're on your own time horizon. Never compare yourself to anybody else in that kind of way. You give us all hope. Yeah, it's a crazy journey to this point, man. I didn't really know. I never doubted that I could make money like to this level, but I just, you just don't know these things. But it's always been, hey, can I make a few $100? Because, even working a normal job, if you're able to add $300, $500, $600 consistently, on top of what you're already doing, it can mean so much, right? Maybe extra vacations, retirement money, life savings, the kids' college fund, repairs to the house, right? Redoing the roof, the basement, all these different things, a new car. It can mean so much. Let's see. Uh, Pastor, where are the bulls? I did well last year. What did Crispy, MX, and Calamity do? Crispy did, well, yeah, Crispy, is this public information? I think it is. Crispy did north of like 800. MX, half a mil. Calamity, can't remember. I can't remember what Calamity did. I can send him a message right now and ask. Let's see, is he online in Discord? How much did you make last year? I'm pretty sure he told us before, but I can't remember. A couple 100,000, more than likely. We'll see if he responds within the next couple of minutes. Coming down to the next couple of questions. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, by the way, as we're winding down. Let's see, how many likes did we get? 187, which is not bad, but for 650 people, I think we'd be at like 400 likes. For keeping it transparent, keeping it real. I'm gonna ask Marcelo, and Marcelo, if you're listening on, send me the link for the camera that you're using, brother. It's time to throw this webcam here to the depths. I gotta also buy a ring light, a desk ring light, because my ceiling light is going. I gotta replace the bulbs there. We gotta get some better lighting. And I'm gonna finally buy this podcast microphone for better audio. People have been complaining about the audio here for years, or for a year or so. And the stock is curling back up again. What do I want to do? Taxes will vary depending on the individual. There are factors to consider. Yeah, there's a 64,000 share bid earlier on this stock where I took 3,000 shares. I would have took more size, but um, I only had 1,000 share blocks in my order entry. If not, if I was using the big size order entry, I probably would have took like 7,500 shares. It's risky because and in that case, the order did disappear. But if selling comes immediately and I'm into that kind of size, this is how I could end up with like a 4K red day, right? Or maybe back to flat on a day like today. It only takes one trade like that, which is why you got to be careful where you put out size. If I'm in 7,500 shares, let's say average of 620, and it's a false breakout, like false push at that area with that big bid, and it flushes to, 580, it's a 40-cent loss. About 4K or 3.5 maybe, somewhere there. It's a lot of money to lose in just one trade. So when I'm using size, I'm trying to use size in the areas where I'm most accurate. Some people say, hey, just use size through and through. And that does work. It's like, okay, you're a profitable trader, you're making money on average. Just use big size on every trade. I it's a good it's a, it's a thought process that could work, but I think it's too stressful. For somebody else it might not be, but like even right now I'm feeling like I'm getting a headache. But yeah, I'm not seeing too many questions. Oh, explain the Discord subscription. So if you want to be a part of the community, right? So the Discord is our chat room. As you guys know, there is a bit of a chat right here on the YouTube stream, but this chat room is pretty limited right here, right? It's only for the first hour or two during the live stream, and then it's gone. You cannot post any charts or screenshots or anything like that. When it comes to joining the Discord, joining the community, and being an elite member, you gain access to our trading floor, right? And you gain access to utilize the gen chats, which is the audio chats, right? In fact, hold on. Let me pull up the Discord. I'm gonna stop streaming here for a sec. I'm gonna pull up the Discord. Just give me a quick sec. I am finished. So I'm gonna end my recording as well. Yeah, let's end this. Stop recording. We're at an hour and 44 minutes. I'm gonna end the stream here. So let me jump. Let's pull this over. Single screen. Okay, great. So this is, of course, there's particular sections in the chat room that are for students only, exclusive to students. But other than that, you'll have access to every what do we want to call these here, like subsections, right? When it comes to the day trading channel, this is where most people are interacting and engaging throughout the morning. Different call outs. There's a gen chat for side topics, right? There's the MMU channels here. This is where everybody's posting their P&Ls and profit loss. It's a chat room, right? It's a place where we have like-minded individuals coming together. As you guys know, we're a no nonsense community. Anybody who breaks the rules will be banned. The rules are clear, and they're right up front and obvious. In fact, before you join the chat room, it forces you to sign that you've read and agreed to the rules, right? So we're a no nonsense community. This is a place for like-minded individuals to come together, engage, interact, uh, conversate, and have a good time. So the elite member role will give you access to all of the gen chats down here, right? This is where you can jump in and essentially have like an audio call with multiple traders at the same time. Um, I don't allow people to do video calls. Only special people. Some people have the access to it, but not everyone, and we do that just out of like safety, because you just never know. But yeah, other than that, it's a good place for networking as well, right? Can you meet a few people who are in a similar situation as you, and then you create a bit of a cell, which does happen here quite a bit. There are people who trade with each other like in groups of like 3 and 4 and 5, and they don't even listen to me. They just trade with each other, right? So the elite member role will give you access to most of the chat room, except, or let's say all of the chat room except the MMU exclusive rooms. Besides that, the participant role is a read-only mode. When you're a participant, you cannot type, you cannot text, you cannot share, you cannot join the audio section. So if you're someone who you don't really care to be texting as you're trading, you can utilize that role and just use the chat room for call outs sake, right? But yeah, you can utilize the stock bot. This is where I post the alert section is where I post the watch list every day, and this is good for back testing for anybody who might want to come back and review trades or stocks, from weeks, months, and years ago. All right, this is here every single day. If you want to go back and see, hey, on January 3rd, 2023, what stocks are moving on that day, because as you guys know, Thinkorswim has the on-demand feature where you can go back and retrade any single day within the last like 2 years. Well, yeah, this is the Relentless Trading chat room. There's now over 6,000 people here. The chat room is kind of crazy, man. It's growing in a crazy in a good way. Lucas, it's good to see you. And by the way, if you guys want, we can jump into Gen 1 and maybe have a conversation right now. I wouldn't mind hearing from Wrong Bet, Lucas, maybe Big Steve, Zay, right? And maybe everybody else who's interested. So if you guys want, we can jump into Gen 1. Um, of course, I'm still live on YouTube, so we can't get too personal, right? But yeah, we can do it. In fact, I'm gonna jump over. Let's see. In this kind of situation, like if somebody tries to abuse their voice, they'll get banned. I do need to put on my headphones, but Jessica, what's up? How you doing? Lucas is in the building, brother. Hold on, let's pull this back over here. Also, where's Marcelo? Where's Marcelo right now? So there's a ton of people jumping in here. Lucas, do you have your mic? What's up, brother? Lucas, going once, going twice. Lucas is one of the MMU students who was doing really well. In fact, having bigger green days, HKIT, having bigger green days than I was, and then stepped away from trading to go back to school. And we want to see him back, man. I mean, he's, like when I would have like a 2K day, he's up like 4 or 5K. But it seems like everyone is shy today, right? Nobody wants to turn on their mic. Philip, what's up? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Is this an open mic chat room? I thought we were muting our mics to avoid chaos.
No. Open mic. The live audio section at the bottom is where your mics would be muted automatically by default. If I'm going live, or Marcelo, or any one of the other guys.
Okay, well that's fun. I have a 1-year-old in the back, so I'll spare you guys his screaming.
That's cool. But yeah, back in the days, we would jump in here a lot more and have open floor conversations. Just hang out, have some fun. Also, I haven't heard from Twin in a long time.
I see her on early in the morning. My job requires me to be up very early, so I usually check out the Discord and I'll say good morning, and she does as well. But I know she's here and there throughout the day. Or I think she is at least.
Yeah, Twin is pretty cool, man. Zay, do you have your mic today? I'm gonna shut it down pretty soon, but is it halted up? Really? And it looks like it's a good dip and rip too. Boss Star missing trades here.
Are you looking at HOLO right now?
Yeah, it's looking pretty decent for the bounce here, or at least I guess it's already given a bounce, I guess. It's a nice move. BMAC, what's going on, man? Do you have your mic?
Yo,
How was the small cap land today?
it's okay. A decent morning. I think I'm up like 800 so far.
Dude, you've been killing it, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man. You too. Congrats on that day yesterday.
Appreciate it, man. I got a question, right? How's the archives been helping you out?
I have not been looking at the archives lately, just because I've been focused on the pennies.
Once you start trading these expensive stocks, man, 10K days are coming for you. See it.
I will say, like, I think it was the past summer, I think June, that I was watching the archives every day, and that was helping me. I was doing a lot better on the stocks above $1. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on the pennies.
Do you think they have more opportunities or are they just easier for you to trade?
I think the level 2's a little bit easier to read, and you can get your risk a lot tighter. So you can't put as much capital behind your trade as you would in the stocks that you guys trade. But I think it's just more consistent. And look, if I'm able to make 1,000, 2,000 a day, that's still like way more than I was making my day job, you know? So I'm happy with that. And then, I mean, there might become a time that I want more and I'm ready to like level up my game and pennies aren't working for me anymore. But for now, like this is more than enough. I'm comfortable there and I'm going to work on other strategies. And also these things move kind of slow enough that you can trade two or three of them at the same time. Like a lot of times I'll be in two or three stocks. Sometimes I'm long some, sometimes I'm short some. Um, and it kind of hedges me against like what the SPY is doing because the SPY actually affects these pennies more than it affects the stocks over $1.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, man. It's definitely difficult for me to be in more than one at a time, so that's pretty cool there. And
Yeah,
the SPY relation, man, I've been noticing more and more indeed that a lot of these stocks, like when it comes to just the overall economic condition, are impacted. Like you said, not as much as the pennies or large caps, but yeah.
yeah. As long as it's not like a leading gap around the day, the SPY does have a surprising impact, especially if it makes a big move. Like on FOMC day when the SPY is ripping. I mean, these pennies will just be going nuts, and they'll have a like a 1/20th of a cent spread, and they'll move like a cent, and so you can just get insane risk to reward, and then risking like off the SPY, knowing what the SPY is doing. Pretty wild.
It's definitely a good niche, man. Whenever you can find a way to capitalize and make money, that's the main thing. And seeing you put more risk behind those trades over the last couple of months has been pretty good to see.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's like if we could merge, it's like if we're all able to merge together, it'll become the ultimate trader.
That's the thing. I was telling my fiance the other day, like you should pick up trading. Like I'll teach you how to like read the tape in level 2 and whatnot, and we can go over the archives every day and whatnot. Because I see so many opportunities every day. I just am only one person. I can't capitalize on all of them. And now I'm even seeing them in like large caps and in what you guys trade and in the pennies. There's just so much opportunity out there, but we're only one person.
Yeah, that is true. Some people they try to develop an algorithm, but that is very difficult.
Yeah, each market's unique. It's tricky.
ARW.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also I asked my wife if she would trade with me because of the same reason. Like, why are we not both capitalizing on this? And then also it would be a good buddy system and we could hold each other accountable. And she was like, I don't need both of us an emotional wreck when there's red days. So I was like, fair.
Yeah, it's nice to have the fiance kind of pick me up after if I'm having a bad day.
Are you guys very detailed with your significant other about the day? Are you guys like going into the amount that was gain or loss, or is it more casual, like, hey, yeah, it was a good day or a slower day?
I'm
For me,
100% parent.
go ahead, Jessica.
I mean, like if it's 11 a.m. and I'm still at the computer and she walks by, she's like, "Are you still trading? You should be done." And then she'll be like, "Where are you at?" And if she doesn't come to me, I'll go to her and I'm like, "Oh, today I was up 550 or I was, down 1,000." So really transparent.
Yeah, we're very communicative, me and my fiance. So some days I'll tell her how much I'm up. Like if I had a really good day, I might tell her how much I'm up. But one thing I was reading in the Market Wizards books is the guy was telling his wife the P&L, and it was just making her so unmotivated to do anything because the numbers were just so astronomical, right? And so I don't know. I guess lately I've been trying to not say numbers. Just feel like, yeah, it was a good day. It was a great day. Or it was tough, you know.
Yeah, when I was in a relationship, man, it's like I just kept it very general. But I ultimately will post a recap, so it's like if they wanted to check, they would. But I just say, and every day is usually a decent day if we manage risk. So it's like, yeah, it was a good day. But I guess my demeanor or just level of excitement will, kind of really tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like, there's different ways to like say things. So like if you end the day like positive $50, but you made 1,050,000 and lost 1,000,000, you can truthfully say I lost $1,000,000 to, you know what I mean? So I try to keep numbers out of it and just keep a general term. And yeah, I'm always just like, it's pretty good. I kind of agree what you were saying, like about the like risk management. Like even if you lost the amount of money that you're willing to lose, as long as you didn't lose, you know, more than that or a crazy amount, that's still a good day in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually just started a shared Google Doc with my wife because I've been shielding her sometimes from my really big red days. I'll be like, "Oh, I'm big red," but I won't give her the exact number sometimes. And I don't need her stressed out. And I was like, when I come back next week, because I've been taking this week off, I was like, I'm sharing a Google Doc with you, and that's gonna hold me even more accountable, so that I have to put that number in there, and it's gonna hopefully hold me to my max loss. That's why she likes to know where I am, not like, oh, how much money did you make? If anything, she's like, how much did you lose? Like, be better with your risk management because I know you can do it otherwise.
Yeah, it's good to have accountability there too. So, um, there's other traders in the past that was in here, and they were pretty detailed as well. And it's like whenever they would do something they weren't supposed to, or if they would have like a big blow up day or anything, like the significant other would keep them in check. Like, hey, like, either a change has to be made, or just almost like good consulting slash like therapy, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and I have to remember too, I'm always being reminded like you're not just trading for you. You're trading for us. This is our business. And just like her job, she just decided to like quit her job tomorrow, that would affect me. So I have to remember and kind of be level-headed that this is something that I have a privilege of doing. And if we had a car wash business, like we need to be transparent about all those figures anyway. So that's just what works for us.
Yeah. The pastor, one day will have a significant other. One day. It's always interesting to have that different point of view. Triad, what's going on, man? How did you do today? I saw you had your mic on earlier.
Hey, what's up? Pretty rough day for me. It started off so great on MLGO into the highs. I had a really nice core position at like $1.03, but I completely butchered after that halt resumption and gave it all back and more. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes it's hard to retain that green and go higher, but we'll be back again tomorrow.
And then on the backside there, I got pretty smoked. I bought the dip and got caught in that halt down, lost 25 cents. Pretty decent size.
Are you gonna trade till 4, or are you like taking breaks and coming back?
If something starts to move, then I'll trade. But as of right now, I'm just kind of just taking it easy.
Do you have a max loss, or is it more like mental capital?
I would say mixture of both. Max loss. I wouldn't say I'm at max loss yet. I would say backstop maybe 500. I'm down about 415 right now.
Not too bad, especially versus those nice green days you've been having. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Big Steve, Big Steve, man, you have to enlighten us today.
What's up, Archie?
How did you do today, man?
Solid green. Another solid day. I had some Wi-Fi problems to start off. My Wi-Fi cut out twice for like 5 minutes total. So like, it was super frustrating because like everything was like looking really good in the open, and like within like 30 seconds my Wi-Fi goes out. And I'm just like the FOMO was kicking in, but I didn't let it get to me. Like once I got back, I was fine. Took some trades. I didn't feel like pushing sides today because I was like kind of sketched out by the Wi-Fi, but solid day.
Way to go, man. You've been on a hot streak here recently. Congrats. I am live on YouTube. I'm going to shut down the YouTube live stream. I'm going to hang out in the Discord for a little more. So for those of you guys on YouTube, take care, stay safe, stay green. Tomorrow again, bright and early, 9:15 a.m. Catch you guys later.